For the day 4 notes, division properties of exponents. If we have the same base, we subtract our exponents. So here we have a division problem. Our 3's are our base. They are the same. We subtract the 4 and the 2. So this would be 3 to the second power. The directions do say to simplify, so I will just keep it like this. But remember, if it said to evaluate, I would figure that out, and that would be 9. In part B, I have the same base. So 5 minus 2 is 3. For A, I have the same base. So A, 9 minus 9 is 0. But we know anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay, here I've got 2 minus 8. So if I write out what I said 2 minus 8. I see that my 8 has that negative on it now. So I'm going to have to subtract this and get negative 6. Cannot have a negative exponent, so I put it over 1, and I move the negative to the bottom. So y to the positive 6th, and the 1 now goes on top. So 1 over y to the 6th is my final solution for that problem. Okay. In letter E, again, we have to subtract because we have the same base. So 2/3 minus 1/3. You are just saying 2 minus 1, which is 1, over 3. Okay, here we got to be very conscious of this negative 1 right here, this negative 1/5. So I would say M 4/5 minus a negative 1/5. That becomes positive. So 4 plus 1 would be 5/5, and that reduces to 1, so that would be m to the first power, or we could say that's just m. Okay, for letter G, we have v to the 2/7 power minus a negative 5/7. The two negatives become positive, and we have 2 plus 5, which is 7/7. That makes a 1. And anything to the first power, you could just rewrite it as v. Remember, that's an invisible 1. Okay, for letters H through J, I'm going to do a little color coding. So for the numbers here, let's kind of make this a little bit bigger here. So for the 10 and the 5, I divide those. Okay, they're not the same base, but I can divide them to simplify the fraction. So 10 divided by 5 gives me 2. Sorry for. Okay, now for the M, the 2 and the 5 here, we can subtract that. So 2 minus 5 is a negative 3. Okay? Then we have N, so 4 minus 3 is n to the first. Now we know, again, we can't have that negative exponent, so we're going to leave the 2 at the top with its positive 1. N has a positive 1, so it stays at the top, but that m has a negative, so we have to move it to the bottom and make it positive. Okay, so for letter I, we needed to divide negative 9 and 3 to get negative 3. For M, we subtract 8 minus 3, and that gives us 5. For the N, 10 minus 14 is a negative 4. So now, let's move our negative exponents. The negative 3 has a positive 1 exponent, so it stays. M to the 5th also stays. N to the negative 4 would move to the bottom, become positive. Okay, and then the last one for this video. Again, let's divide the first two numbers. So negative 45 divided by 9 is positive 5. For the M's, 4 minus 7 is negative 3. And then for N, 5 minus 10 is negative 5. So I put this over 1. The 5 would stay the same. M would move to the bottom. N would move to the bottom. And they both become positive exponent, so that we have all positive exponents in our final solution.